right, let's unlock a superpower for speaking English better.
Ooh, a superpower.
Yeah, we're diving deep into this shadowing technique today. It's
Great.
supposed to help boost your pronunciation and fluency.
Makes sense.
And we've got this dialogue here that lays it all out. Like, imagine you're speaking English and it sounds so natural people think you've been living abroad.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a superpower.
Intrigued?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's get into it then.
Okay.
So, what do you think? It's not just about sounding like a native speaker, right?
Right. Shadowing can actually help you rewire your brain for learning languages.
Wow, really?
Yeah, studies show that it activates the same neural pathways for speech production.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a workout just for your language.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's more than just mimicking.
Yeah,
Like you're actually training your brain to process and to produce English more efficiently.
exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, our source actually called it becoming an echo.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But I think a better way to think about it is like a language sponge.
A sponge.
Yeah, like absorbing every little nuance of how people speak.
Oh, okay, I like that analogy better.
Yeah,
That makes a lot more sense.
exactly.
So how do you think this could help our listeners?
Well, you guys are all about gaining confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking more naturally.
Definitely.
So shadowing can help you do both of those.
Really?
Yeah, it can even help you break through any hesitation you might have when speaking.
Oh, wow.
And it can even help you decode tricky accents.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're saying that those accents that might be holding people back,
exactly.
they could finally understand them.
Yeah, shadowing can help with that.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
So I'm really curious about how shadowing actually works in practice.
okay.
What would you say are the steps involved?
Let me think.
Yeah.
Well, first you have to choose audio that's right to your level.
Oh, okay.
It's like choosing a workout buddy. If you're just starting to run, you wouldn't start with a marathon.
Right.
And it's the same with shadowing.
Okay, makes sense.
You want to choose audio that's clear and easy to follow.
Gotcha.
The source actually even recommended starting with a transcript,
Oh, interesting.
almost like having subtitles for your ears.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that makes sense to me. It's like having training wheels when you're first starting out.
Exactly.
But isn't there a risk of people just mimicking without understanding?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, that's where focusing on specific things comes in.
Okay.
Like our source talked a lot about rhythm and intonation.
Right.
It's like the music of the language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think about how a native speaker stresses certain words and how they use pauses.
Okay.
That's what gives English its flow.
Yeah, I can see that.
And shadowing helps you get those subtle cues.
So it's not about just being a parrot
Right.
repeating the sounds.
Yeah.
You're saying it's about how the sounds work together
Exactly.
to convey meaning.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to see how this could be really helpful.
Yeah, and don't worry too much about being perfect at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Even 10 to 15 minutes of practice can make a difference.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's all about building up those neural pathways,
Oh, okay.
making them stronger over time.
So it's about consistency.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, cool. I think that's something I struggle with, like consistency.
Mhm.
What about when you can't keep up with the speaker
Yeah.
or you trip up on certain words?
Right.
I feel like that could get really frustrating.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
Our source actually talked about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said you could try slowing down the audio speed.
Okay.
Like most audio players have that function.
Yeah, true.
So you could really break it down.
Okay.
Those sounds and phrases that are hard.
You mean like putting those training wheels back on?
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
Just remember, it's about making progress, not being perfect.
Right.
So don't get discouraged if you don't sound like a native speaker right away.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
a journey.
Uh-huh.
Every step counts.
I like that.
Yeah.
So our source also said you don't have to limit yourself to like traditional learning materials.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you can shadow with anything you enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, like movies, songs, podcasts, even YouTube videos.
Wow, that's cool.
What do you think?
I think that's a great way to make learning fun.
Yeah.
You can make it your own, you know?
Right, totally.
Imagine, instead of listening to some boring textbook,
Yeah.
you could listen to your favorite things.
Yeah,
It could
yeah.
be like a British comedy show,
Uh-huh.
or even a K-pop song,
Okay.
or like a TED Talk by your favorite entrepreneur.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities.
I think that's what I love about this technique. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Right.
It just makes learning a language feel natural.
Exactly.
Like part of your life.
Yeah, it's like sneaking in a workout while watching your favorite show.
Totally. Exactly.
But how do you actually know if you're getting better?
Better. It's not like you're getting a grade or anything.
That's true.
What do you think?
Well, our source talked about recording yourself
Oh, okay.
while you're shadowing
Okay.
and then listening back to it later.
Gotcha.
You might be surprised how much you've improved.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you might not even realize it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like having a before and after photo for your voice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of using it in the real world,
Uh-huh.
how do you think we can use shadowing in actual conversations? Yeah,
Well, the goal is to be able to use those new skills
right.
in everyday life.
For sure.
And confidently,
Yeah.
So the source said we should pay attention to the phrases and expressions we hear
Okay.
and try to use them in our conversations.
So it's like taking dance moves you learned in the studio
Yeah,
and using them at a party.
exactly.
I like that.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
The more you use the phrases, the easier it becomes.
Okay.
Yeah, and eventually you'll stop thinking so much about grammar rules and you'll just express yourself naturally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about how shadowing can help you, what the steps are, and even how to track your progress.
Right.
But I think what's really cool is how this technique could like open up your world, you know?
Yeah, totally.
What if you could pick up different English accents just from shadowing?
Yeah, like your favorite characters.
Exactly.
That's totally possible.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's so cool to choose something you really enjoy. So like if you love British comedies,
Okay.
you might start using those rhythms and inflections when you speak.
Oh, wow.
Or if you're into American action movies,
Okay.
you might start talking in a more casual way,
Yeah.
even using slang.
It's like you have this language chameleon living in your brain. You can just adapt to whoever you're talking to.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's a game changer for anyone who wants to sound more authentic
For sure.
and more confident.
Yeah, but it's not just about sounding good.
Right.
You're also getting these cultural insights.
Oh, interesting.
Like you'll start to understand idioms and expressions,
Okay.
maybe even humor that you didn't get before.
Oh, wow. So it's like a crash course in the culture. It's
Exactly.
not just the language.
Yeah.
I'm seeing how shadowing could really help people connect with the culture
Totally.
on a deeper level.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's more than just pronunciation
Right.
or fluency.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Okay, cool.
And remember, it's not a one-time thing.
Okay.
It's something you keep doing.
Like to get better and better.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to try this shadowing technique.
Yeah. It's really cool.
And for everyone listening, we hope this deep dive helped you
Yeah.
to unlock your own English-speaking superpowers.
You got this.
Remember, it's about finding what you like
Uh-huh.
and just enjoying the learning process.
That's exactly.
Happy shadowing, everyone.
Yeah, have fun with it.